I'm going to rank the best units for beginners in Animal S10. Just to clarify, I will not include godly tier units since it's highly impossible someone who just started the game will have godly units. So I'll start with the farms. First we got Idol, which is one of the used farms in the game. Her trait buffs are Diamond, Entrepreneur, and Glitched. She farms a lot of money, and besides of that, she has many abilities. Demon Child. She farms a bit less money compared to Bulma and Idol. She's still really good if you got her, but better choice is Idol or Bulma. And Bulma. I think she farms the most money if paired with Glitch trait. She also has the Dragon Wishes, and overall you can use her with Idol in the same group and it will be broken if you try to farm a lot of money. Yojin. He's also decent, but still pretty good. Don't rush to obtain him, aim for Idol or Bulma, but if you already got him, you can use him. Best waifu and speed card, which is Speedwagon. The best waifu version is better than the speed card in money form, but both are quite bad, so just pass from using them if you can. These are the original farmers. There is no huge gap between each farm unit, it's a matter of who you like more. I specifically like Idol. Now for the rare units. Kirito. I think he is really good for beginners because he's more offensive in the first world and his SPA gets lower each upgrade, which is good, and he is also evolvable, which is really good for beginners. Now Vegeta. He's really good against bosses in the first world and his damage is really high, but since he can only be placed on hills, I think it's not my best choice here, but out of many rare units, he is really good. Now Satoru. He's really good for beginners because he's AoE type unit, but his DPS is horrible over time, so it means it will be hard for him to keep up in stronger waves, so he's more of a supportive unit. Luffy is classic for the first world story. His upgrades are based by strong AoE movements, but again, he is not the type of unit you want to keep using when growing in the game, he's only for the start. Nami. She's kinda bad, but there is a valid reason why she appears in the list, and it's because she's the only air type unit that appears in the rare section, and beginners need a unit that will help them attack from the air. Escanor Epic. He is a farming unit, but he's the least useful. I added him to the list because it's not simple to get a farming unit just starting the game, so he can help you meanwhile you can save for an actual farming unit. Rukia. She's mid, even Sonic will be best choice for beginners, but the only reason she's absolutely valid for beginners is because she's evolvable. Luffy Epic. Obviously for beginners, it's a separated unit, not evolved, many people can confuse. And the reason is because again, high damage, AoE, all of these things that are really important in the first world. Ichigo Epic. Mid damage, but high range. He has potential to evolve into a godly tier unit. Not instantly, but optionally if you want to progress through the game with that unit. Luffy Legendary. Genin Burning Effect. He has high DPS and damage overall. His SPA is a bit high, but compared to other legendary units, his damage justified that. Ulquiorra Legendary. Really perfect. Insane damage and DPS, evolvable, and mid SPA. Really good choice for beginners. Vegeta Legendary. At this point, you want to get rid from that unit and not evolve it anymore, because from that spot, the unit upgrades are not useful compared to other units, but for beginners, he's really good. Goku Legendary. Same as Vegeta. Insane damage and DPS, good for the storyline. He's more supportive, but high DPS doesn't always mean big carry against bosses, so try to use more units with him. Frieren Mythic. Now, if you somehow manage to obtain her, which is really hard, but in case you did, I would highly suggest you to evolve her. She can help both beginners and advanced players, but I will remind you, it's not easy to obtain her. Sukuna Mythic. He has bleeding effect, which can be really useful. Decent amount of damage, but he's also evolvable, and also air type unit. Simple choice if you randomly got him. You should really use him. Giorno Mythic. He is one of the best nature units in the game. He has insane amount of DPS and damage. Also evolvable. It's not easy to obtain him though, but he's still really good for beginners. Goku Blue Celestial. Insane amount of DPS and damage and range, and also hybrid, which is a huge win. 1k cost of use, which is mid to good, but he's still really good for supporting unit. Gilgamesh. Insane unit and has potential to be evolved to godly tier unit. Everything is good. If you manage to get him, use him instantly and try to evolve him. Johnny. Insane amount of range in his last upgrade, specifically for Celestial tier and Godly tier. His ultimate form is also pretty much good, but not for advanced players, so most people skip his ultimate form and evolve him right away. Jiren. Insane amount of damage and DPS. I will highly recommend you to evolve him, he can be a really good carry for beginners. Pride Exotic. Now hear me out carefully, if you still didn't manage to get any farm unit from the farms unit section, and you have him, and only him, use him as the last result. But if you have Idol, for example, use her instead. Kakyoin Exotic. Decent unit, really good compared to other exotic units, can be really good supporting unit and air unit. Akaza Exotic. Really unlikely that you will have this one as a beginner, but if you do, he has insane amount of damage and DPS. This is only optional for beginners that turn into advanced players, because his other evolutions are mid. Blue Shadow. Insanely broken. Not usual that a beginner will have one, or at least he's really close going to the second world. He's hybrid and has really low and cheap self of use. Now for the ultimate section. I want to say that at this point it's very unlikely that a beginner will have any unit related to the ultimate tier, but in case you are a beginner that's curious about the ultimate units, you can keep watching. Jiren Last Evolution. He can be one of the best ultimate supporters units, with really high DPS, but since he doesn't evolve into godly tier, I wouldn't suggest you to use him often. Jiren Requiem. Insanely good DPS and mid damage for first upgrades, and low cost of use. My suggestion, use him as a supporting unit for raids if you are already advanced player. Cursed Child. He has many status effects against the enemy's mid damage and nice DPS and range. Also supporting unit, but can be evolved into godly tier. Vegito. Really good damage and one of the highest DPS units in the game. Acquire evolution from both Vegeta and Goku units, but he has mid-range compared to other ultimate units. Hero Hunter Ultimate. He is a big carry. He can be evolved into godly tier unit, though I heard he's not the best godly tier unit, but I've never managed to get him yet, and I really want to. Gilgamesh Ultimate. Also perfect. I heard he's one of the best units in the game, and also in his last evolution form. Never got him sadly, it's really hard, but if you have him, keep using him and leveling him up. Lelouch, which was added pretty much recently. The start of his cost is pretty high, but he delivers a really good damage. He has high SPA, which makes him a supporting unit rather than being the main carry. And Shadow. He's unupdatable at the moment, but he can counter bosses with really high damage, because of his insane amount of damage in DPS. His SP is extremely high, which is really bad, and he has tons of passes, which is really good. And for the last, Boros. His plasma damage and ability is really useful in raids, his damage and range and DPS is also pretty much okay, and decent SPA, recommended for raids. There are many ultimate units both in their base form and evolved. I didn't include them all because it's a beginner tier list, and I highly doubt anyone from the first world will have units from the ultimate tier, and I need to progress myself a little bit. I was XGB, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.